2021 gave us a lot of things. COVID, Joe Biden, and possibly the greatest Chinese anime ever made. Link Click was an anime that came out of nowhere and had the entire anime community stunned. From a country that most people only ever know for making the world's finest drop-shipped products and OG TikTok brain rot. This show changed the way people viewed China. I'm serious, because for a moment in time, China ruled over anime. How? Because they had a concept for time travel that was simply unmatched. I remember the plot like it was yesterday. These two dudes called Chung and Lu run a camera shop in downtown Shenzhen, and the only way they're able to pay rent is by jumping inside the photos of their clients. Think of it like Chinese Blue's Clues. Through the power of Chung is able to transport himself to the past and help their clients with whatever regrets they have. For some people, it could be failing to tell a loved one that they cherish them. For others, it's buying Nvidia at 147. Please, promise me you gotta sell. February 26, 2025, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sell. I'm begging you, please make sure you sell. I wanted to take a look back at what made this anime so good. And to do that, we're gonna have to revisit every single episode that got us to this point in season 1. Starting with the pilot episode, Emma. The first episode of Link Click is by far one of the strongest pilots out there. We're introduced to the boys and their powers, and one thing I didn't pick up on during my first watch was that these dudes are not morally motivated. Their first job is to steal a company's financial earnings before they're released. Their client is insider trading. What, and they're just okay with that? Someone give me their names, house address, phone number, bank account info, pricing rate, turnover time, and their favorite Chinese restaurant. I'm gonna report them to the police. But the thing with Chung and Lu's photo dives is that they have specific rules in place. You only have 12 hours, you can only go in once, and you can never, ever change anything in the past. Got it? Alright, now fuck her boss. Wait, what? Yeah, go fuck her boss. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. The script says you have to fuck her boss. I get that, but like, can't change the future, bro. Yeah, but surely this counts as— Nope, can't change the future. You serious? Serious. Dude, I was kidding. No homo, no homo! I think what's so unique about Link Click compared to other time travel shows is the phenomenon where Chung inherits the feelings of the person. It's one thing to be completely objective and act according to that, but it's totally different when you literally feel what's at stake. Their fights turn into your fights, their parents become your parents, and their pain hurts just as bad, if not worse, for Chung as a total stranger. This is why Lu Guang is so important, because he has to prevent Chung from getting carried away and doing emotionally irrational things. But it also presents an interesting conflict in which both aren't necessarily wrong when you see it from either perspective. For Lu, unimaginable, irreversible dangers lie in changing the smallest detail. So it's important that they stick to the script and stay unwavered. But for Chung, the smallest detail is the difference between happiness and despair. Would you be able to sit back and do nothing? Especially when you're the one going through that struggle? All of this is made possible by introducing this tiny little tweak to the formula of time travel. It's incredible. No, he does not fuck the boss. Instead, after a clever yet heart-wrenching display, Chung and Lu are able to get hold of the financial data, passing it to the client who exposes them for fraud. So I guess they weren't insider trading. Son of a bitch. I wish that's where it ended, but after her boss's arrest, Emma being his assistant puts a stain on her resume. I wish that's where it ended. Emma checks her phone to find messages she never recalls writing. Dad, Mom, I miss you. Then she sees a plate of spring rolls her mom used to make wrapped up nicely on her desk. I desperately wish that's where it ended. She finds out her parents visited her, so she rushes to catch the train to meet them, but bumps into the most sus-looking man who offers her a ride, and why couldn't it have just ended?
昨晚在城郊河内发现一名女失主因工作失利而选择投河的可能，望做追踪报道。
哦，来了。
After this, we get a filler episode where we follow two inconspicuously gay ramen shop owners. Pretty sweet, but nothing worthy of note. Episode 3 also started out like that, dropping us in a high school basketball game. If you had told me this was a summary of every sports anime ever created, I would have believed you. The guy that Chung jumps into is like the weakest reserve bench player, so of course everyone looks down on him until Chung hits him with the classic, "You can trash my friends, my dad, my mom, my entire family's lineage, but you do not beat me in basketball."
The fourth quarter started, and Kobe said, "You had a great game." I swear I looked at the clock like, it's 12 minutes, what you talking about?
I remember Chung coming in with the behind the back crossover, spin move, tween, bring it back, spin move again, like what's he on? The whole court starts going blue and shit, and Chung's hitting nasty double crossover spin move combo, like what is going on? Man charges up his dunk, then fakes with an underhand layup like, bro, you've been regular all game. The dude starts floating in midair on some Jordan shit before Jordan was doing that. Lou is witnessing this massacre and is like, dude, that was sick as fuck, but remember, they lose this game, so don't change the Chung starts freaking out about how he fucked the timeline, like, I shouldn't have cooked this hard. But then Lou comes in telling him it's okay, and that it doesn't change the actual outcome of the future. What does that mean? Turns out the real mission is that Chung has to deliver messages to the client's closest people. He gives the captain the message after they have a heartfelt bike ride. Apparently he's smoothing on Captain's sister too, so he gives her a message. But all this time, we don't actually hear what's being said, and I'm sitting here like, why? He gets home, gets into an argument with his mom, but after delivering the final message to her, everything seems fine. Too fine.
你忘了嗦？今天是5月12号。
今天是哪一年啊？
哎，你是不是真的吃多了？今天是2008年都不晓得啦。
A wave of realization strikes Chung when he finds out that the day is May 12, 2008. The day a massive earthquake caused a mountain to collapse and killed thousands of people in the province. The same province that Chung is at right now. That's why his actions didn't matter. We get a flashback where Lu Guang explains that smallest actions could trigger a change in the future, but if there's an important major event, say an earthquake that causes the deaths of thousands of people, then whatever happens before that will not change anything. I like the way the anime holds back this information until the time is right to reveal it, only giving us subtle hints like Lu Guang dismissing Chung's mistakes even when he clearly changes the past. This is purely anecdotal, but I haven't seen many shows use this approach. I think it's because in order to pull this kind of thing off, you'd have to 900 IQ pre-plan everything, or else it can come off as an ass pull. Like, you know how authors will just pull out random bullshit to explain other random bullshit? Spoilers for Naruto in 3, 2... The entire existence of Kaguya, bro, there was not a single mention of this bitch until the moment Madara died. Yo, let's go, we beat Obito and Madara! Wait, why isn't the world saved yet? Oh, it's cause the fucking creator of Chakra was pulling the strings the entire time to take over the world, so Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura can have a threesome against her. You're telling me I opened 8 gates and lost my fucking legs just so Sakura can be useful? Listen, I actually really like Naruto, but I swear that last arc bordered on pure fanfic by the end. And then I watched Sasuke canonically run a fade on a velociraptor, so I don't know what's worse. I didn't feel that way when watching Link Click. The storytelling is so good because of how well they're able to create tension almost every episode. At the start, the whole kissing the boss scene made me extremely uncomfortable. The basketball game had me on the edge of my seat, and every ending has to have some sort of cliffhanger. Even something as simple as muting the audio before revealing what was said in the end made for a more impactful conclusion to this arc. It's not like it's forgotten either. In the episode following the earthquake, Chung is still seen grappling with the feelings of his previous host. He can't forgive Lu Guang for lying to him, and so it tells us that these seemingly short and fleeting stories do carry a heavy burden and genuinely impact our main characters. The consequence of having Chung go through these traumatic events and inherit his host's feelings is that I feel that shit too. I get invested. I start caring for the characters. I start thinking about what I would do if I were in their body. And so something as insignificant as a ramen recipe has me wishing I had my own gay love story. That is not an invitation. I'm sorry, Gal Gadot, not right now, I'm busy. This next episode, a policeman barges through the shop and is like, I heard you guys can jump inside photos. And Chow Ling's like, nuh-uh, nothing shady is going on here. Something shady is definitely going on here. But just as the officer is about to leave, because I guess he trusts everyone's words at face value, this guy comes in and is like, please, I heard online that you guys can jump inside photos. Turns out they're brothers, and this guy is looking for his lost son after 3 years of fruitless searching. His wife has reverted to being a child, possibly from the mental trauma of losing him, and Xiaoling recalls seeing that very kid being whisked away in front of her. Here we get a deeper understanding of Lu Guang's powers. Aside from having the ability to see the next 12 hours of when a photo was taken, Lu can apparently become a fucking CCTV unit and control other CCTVs around him with a distance of 1 kilometer. Of course, the camera's blind spots are also his blind spots. Like, we're not magic or anything. This is more in line with the Naruto writing BS I mentioned before. I can accept you being able to see from one camera, the one you got the footage from, but really? A 1 kilometer radius? Is China's race to 6G powered solely by Lu Guang's skinny e-boy hotness? Chung manages to get inside the kid's body and find the kidnapper's ID. He then proceeds to hit a 1-to-1 shoryuken on this granny, which is pretty fucking cool. What I don't understand, even after rewatching, is doesn't this count as changing the past? Because after serving these hands, he convinces the granny that an ancestor has possessed this child's body, and now you have to take care of him for the next 3 years or else you'll burn in hell. Okay. Isn't that changing the future? Emma's ass got drowned in a river with one I miss you text, but Chung can convince an old turd she's conversing with a spiritual being? What if she sold the kid off in the original timeline? Doesn't that change the past? I don't get it. Seems like a plot hole. This continues into episode 8, where they take on Emma's murder case, and I'm thinking, how the hell has Cheng Xiaoshi not heard of this news? He has internet. We're not in Jack the Ripper times. Fucking Google it. Use Baidu. Xiaohongshu, the fuck? Similar to episode 2, most of episode 8 was filler about this girl Shan Shan and her love life, until the very last scene where she starts sending cryptic messages and a creepy phone call.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
Turns out she got kidnapped by someone who has a similar ability to Chung and can also take over people's bodies. I actually made a video nearly 4 years ago explaining the ending. Oh, you didn't look like this? Why are you watching this video then, huh? What, to support me or something? Why do I sound like a wannabe tsundere? Here's the gist. The body jumper is a friend of Liu Min, the owner of the company Emma used to work at. So the sketchy guy that Emma was talking to was, in fact, the owner. Hence why she trusted him to get in his car. Pro tip, do not do that. This is where it gets a bit confusing, so grab my hand, let me walk you through it. Your palms are a bit sweaty. The friend uses Liu Min's body to kidnap Shan Shan because Liu Min, God knows why, he's Jeffrey Dahmer, I guess. Cheng Xiaoshi jumps inside Shan Shan's body using a picture she posted hours before on Chinese Instagram. He waits till the moment before she gets kidnapped to confront the friend. But instead of squabbling with the hooligan, he tells friend to meet him at the camera shop to fight a real 1v1 with the added promise of keeping Shan Shan safe. Now you might be thinking, why would the friend even honor that promise? I'll tell you why. Because he's a man. And men have fragile egos that shatter too easily. They tussle, Chung shows his abs for a split second and I blush. He breaks the promise of a 1v1 by calling the police, so friend's like, oh, you fucked up. I'ma get my lick back real soon. You better watch your back, sexy abs. I might have changed that last part. Shan Shan is saved, but now it's right back to the Emma case. Chung goes back in time inside the CCTV picture of Liu Min before he kidnaps Emma, and this was before he realized Emma was the one getting on. He only knows Liu Min is evil. He hops inside the trunk. Fast forward, Liu Min is choking Emma. Chung is left helpless because he knows if he intervenes, he'll be changing the past. Except he yells, which prompts Liu Min to stop choking Emma, thereby indirectly saving her. But if you remember, Emma has to die since death is an unskippable cutscene like the earthquake in episode 5. So I think even if Chung never sent the text and was never there to prevent Emma's death, she still would have committed life deletion after her company got exposed for fraud and she loses her job. Either way, Chung tries to talk Emma out of suicide like, no, don't kill yourself. You're like super cute and shit though. Damn, the world would lose an angel. Somehow she gets convinced by that, so she reaches out for his hand, only to be interrupted by none other than... This time we find out Friend can take over multiple bodies all at once, so he throws Emma off the ledge, stabs Lu Guang using Qiaoling, and chokes Liu Min to get rid of a witness. I think this last arc was written quite well. Even by the end, it introduced new concepts to the time jump ability by being able to override the host's physical limitations. That's why Chung didn't need this guy's glasses while playing basketball, or how he managed to uppercut a granny in a kid's body. The same applies when the Friend took over Liu Min's paralyzed body after crashing his car. I just really like how they took the baseline of the ability and built on top of it as episodes went on. I think this series does deserve the hype, not top 20 anime of all time hype like it got in 2021, but top 100 where it's sitting right now makes total sense to me. It's unique. It makes you care about every character and every arc is memorable. Except for the lesbian one, I forgot about that. And it hits like a truck with all the plot twists. I hope this video does well in the algo so I can justify making another one for season 2, because if not, I'm already late to farming views off solo leveling. That ship has sailed. So if you could do me a favor, like the video, comment what you thought about Link Click, or if this is the first time you're hearing about it. And why not subscribe because you love me. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you soon.